after we add groups, if we take a close look at the execution report, we're gonna see also something else appearing. And this is the group duration metric. Now, what can be confusing in the beginning is that this is a single value, even though we have actually multiple groups. So initially it seems confusing and not really useful, right? Well, the thing is, this is the kind of metric where we can actually use tags to drill into specific results. Now, when we have used groups, we have kind of like tagged the requests that are inside the group in a certain way, in a K6 specific way. So let me show you how we can define, for example, thresholds for a specific group based on the group duration metric. So in order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and copy group duration so that we don't make any mistakes here in the beginning. What we're going to do here is we're going to go here to the thresholds. So the way we're going to do this is that we're going to add here a new threshold. So this will be on the group duration, but we're going to then use the filtering syntax for tags. So a curly brace in the beginning and a curly brace at the end. And then this is the part that's super important, so we need to understand a bit how this works. So then we're going to have to write here group, then column, pretty similar to the way we have filtered before. And then instead of simply writing here, for example, what is the name of the group that we have here, main page. So instead of simply writing here main page, which we can definitely do, we also need to change something about this. But let me show you how it works as it is right now. So we're going to say here, this needs to be a string so that we don't get any errors. And we're going to use, let's say, a stricter duration here of 200 milliseconds, just to have something a bit different. Let's go ahead and run this. So taking a look at the execution report, what we're going to see here is going to see here group main page. It appears here in the results, but there's something wrong with it. We're going to see average is 0. Everything here is 0. So if we're noticing these 0 values, it means what we have written here is not correct. And with these groups, there's something a bit specific about it. So there's something additional that we need to do. Essentially, every name in the group is prefixed by 2 columns. So we're going to write here 1 column, 2 columns. So in total here, we're going to get 3 columns, one after the other. So let's run it once again and see if there's any difference. And yes, we're going to see here now a difference. Actually, the threshold is being crossed here with what we have. So we're going to see here, this time we don't have 0 values anymore, which means actually we're checking something against that page and we're verifying what exactly is happening with the entire group duration. So that's super important. All the requests that are in the group will be then considered. So it's not just about an individual request that we have inside a group, but the entire group will take here a bit longer to work. Additionally, if we're trying to understand a bit from where are these numbers coming, what is happening exactly, we can also drill down into the individual subgroups as well. And this is kind of like similar to the way we're doing it on the main page. So let's go ahead and copy this threshold. So it's still going to be part of group duration. The group is main page, but then we need to go one level down. So for example, we want to see here the asset. So for that, we're going to write 2 columns. And then we're going to put the group name, which is assets. Let's go ahead and run it once again. Again, we're noticing here separately, this is the assets group. Doesn't have any 0 values. It means that we have created here the right naming in order to actually get to the subgroup. This one is still there. So it can help us a bit understand how the different groups and subgroups are performing based on the thresholds that we have defined.